Yo, JD here, Limitless, and we are here on F1 2021 as always, and we are going to have a go at the weekly event. This one being at Silverstone. I thought, why not actually do this? I did the final one on 2020 where I got pole around Hungary. Now we're going to go on Silverstone and give my time trial setup a go online. We have to actually manage tire temperatures and everything such as that. So we're going to do a few practice laps here. I'll take you through every lap that I do. I'm just talking around it, and I will be releasing this full setup tomorrow. I have actually improved on the time that I did do in that video, and I think this will give you a sense of what the potential is in this setup, because I think it's really good. Probably the best one I've made so far here. So we're going to do our first practice lap. You don't have, well, you do have the options to run the qualifying mode. You can see by the fuel mix there is no rich mix to use. You have to keep it in the standard or go down to lean, and you have the choice of using the Hotlap or the overtake mode. So you can see our tires are about 88 to 89 degrees. And on this game, I feel tyre temps are not really a big issue. You can afford to start the lap much hotter than you did on the previous game, which means you can run your tyre pressures up higher as well for that better straight down speed and just for that overall grip that you do need at the high speed. But you can see here, we're using the overtake mode. Just to test to see how powerful it is. You can't use it when you actually go into the qualifying. And this track, Silverstone, is, I think it always has been my favourite track to drive. And on this game, I really do enjoy it. Particularly because of this corner coming up here now. If you look by the throttle application to a slight lift. However, it is very possible to do it flat out, which you will see a little bit later in this video. But you can see the direction change is nice, but the cars are a lot more understeery than they were on the previous games, and not quite as sharp at the change of direction. But with this setup compared to the default one, you can see 199 miles per hour at the end of the straight, just short of the 200. This AI, I've got it on. I don't know if you can change it. I think I do need to change it because they were just very slow. I think they're on 41% AI as we hit the curb, do 25.6, and we actually ran out of the ERS towards the end of the lap. So we're going to go for another practice lap again before we go into the actual qualifying. Something I do recommend, and I always recommend to drive out if you want to get the best lap time possible. Because that really enables you to control the tyre wear and the tyre temperatures, and just to get it in as good condition as possible to start the lap. So you can see here we're adopting the overtake mode again, but we're deciding to turn it off a little bit earlier than we did because we ran out towards the end of the lap. So we do a purple first sector for 26.9. That's not really too bad at all. Coming off the exit of here, I absolutely love this corner. We have to use the throttle to rotate the car. It's definitely a theme on this game. And let's see, do we go flat out this time? I don't think we do. Another slight lift, but we did go through it a little bit faster than the previous lap. So just gaining that confidence, trying to keep your foot flat to the floor for that right hand is very hard to do. And this one, Maggie's and Beckett's, is actually really difficult in this game, because if you hit the curb wrong, you will be doing a complete 360. Coming towards the end of this straight, let's see if we can make up a little bit more time again. This is the point where I ran out of the ERS, and you can see the amount of time we are gaining just because we have that ERS to actually use. And you see, coming off the exit here, you gain so much time, almost a 10th coming off this corner, and it's a 25.3, which a 25.2 is the time we really need to aim to beat. And at this point, the world record on Xbox was a 24.7. So it'll be interesting to see how close we can get to that online, because because quite typically there are some tracks where you go faster online, but other tracks not so much. So let's see how close we can get to that. On 2020 it was fairly close online. I'd say TT was just a little bit faster, just slightly faster most of the time. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how close we can really get. So now we're in the qualifying. I think this first lap, I'm just going to do the flying lap. And no, see, we're loading in the setup now. This is the Silverstone TT one, which I will be showing tomorrow, as I said. And I am actually going to be doing a social race tomorrow. So if you want to join that and you're on Xbox and you feel you're a good driver, then go to my Discord, which I have now made public down below, and sign up in the social race thread if you are interested in doing that. But now here, you can see the first lap, we've decided to not drive out because really it's the last 2 laps is where you want to be aiming for your fastest time due to track evolution. So we've left quite a bit of a gap for the AI, but I suspect that we will probably catch them quite quickly. So you can see here, no rich mix, no overtake button now. It's just the Hotlap. So we're not going to run out of ERS. We're just going to stick in this mode for the entire lap. So into this corner, you really want to commit into this one, and we did that very nicely. Sacrifice the entry here. You want to be going as fast as possible. Might not get as good exit, but overall you're just getting a lot more lap time before getting to the DRS sign. This one, you want to be using all of the track on the entries, just after the 50-meter board. Do a very late apex, try and get a little bit more on that curb, stay nice and tight, not drift out too wide, up through the gears, and no, that was fairly solid, not too bad. But you can see, I think we'll probably go catch this AI at just about the wrong point, and going through here, another lift, so not quite flat out yet. It's very possible, you just need to get the line absolutely nailed. But going through this Magazine Beckers, let's see how we do this, and we do this actually very well. That was a very good Magazine Beckers, picking up a tiny bit slipstream, 2.1 middle sector, not too bad for an opening banker lap. Coming to here, we actually make a little bit of contact before turning in, which means I didn't hit the apex as much as I wanted to, so not a fully optimal lap. I know there's a lot more time in this, coming off the chicane, doing this quite nicely. Let's see what it's going to be as an opener, and it's a 25.2 as our opening lap, which is pretty much almost, I don't think it's quite the fastest in this event so far, but within the same tenth of a second, so a pretty good start. And I know that there is a lot more time on the table as well. So now we've decided to actually drive out onto the track. This is where you'll be able to look after your tyres just a little bit better. And so far, this TT setup is working very well for online. I found that all my setups I've been using have been coping with the tyres and everything very well, even in a 50% race. So it's going to be very interesting how they evolve as the game goes on. So you can see coming to start the lap now, making sure we put it in that hot lap mode. Sometimes it can be quite easy to forget, which you will see why I'm saying that a little bit later on here. So now we're going to start this lap. Let's see how much faster we can go. So making sure you try and get the perfect line through here. Not quite as good as the last lap. As the curb starts, that's when we'll be braking, hitting this curb on the inside, about middle of the track, kiss this apex, and let's see, do we get a better exit? Yes, we do get a better exit, and it's over a 10th up straight away. So far, the lap is looking very good. Let's see what this first sector is. It's a 0.9, so not too bad at all, but didn't quite hit the apex as much as I wanted to. Third gear, fourth gear, really try and let the car drift that wide, and we have gained a little bit on that exit there. Stay really tight to here because you can actually gain a little bit of time. Do we go flat out this time? Let's look at the throttle. Just another lift again, so just a very slight lift. Previous game, it was very easy. Do we go flat out here? Yes, we do. Kissing this curb, and this one, we turn in a bit too early, but we get away with it, and you can see how much time we've actually gained because of that as well. A 1.9, almost 8 middle split. That's quite a strong middle sector here at the end of the straight. We lost a lot of time here on the previous lap, but we're turning in too early this time. But you can see the time that we have gained going into this chicane now. Let's see, do we do this pretty well? We hit that curve a little bit too early, so not as good exit as we could have done. And coming across the line, it's a 25-0 on line. And that was a good second effort. But again, I knew there was still a lot more time in the tank as well. So now we're coming to our final lap. We've already are top of the leaderboard. I'm pretty sure of that. But pay attention to the MFD, because you know what I said before? ERS deploy, make sure you put it to Hotlap, because it's very easy to forget. And at the start of this lap, that is exactly what we have done. We haven't even put it to the Hotlap, so I paused it here just to think, oh no, can we do a flashback? But no, there is no flashbacks enabled. I hadn't enabled them. So I'm going to have to start this lap, and you can see we're almost a 10.5 down already. So we have all the work to do here, and I just thought to myself, I'm just going to throw everything at this. The Xbox World Record is a 24/7, and it's going to be quite hard to get close to that. So you can see we haven't really gained that much in the first sector, pretty much exactly the same, but it's a 27-1. This time we hooked it inside, and you can see how much time we have gained because of that. Do we gain a bit more time here? Yes, we do again. So we've almost made up all of that time just going through the end of the first two corners of Sector 2. Now, do we go flat out? Let's see. Do we go flat out? Yes, we do go flat out. When everything is at stake, then that's when you have the confidence. Go complete flat out through here again. And this Maggots and Beckett's was done very, very nicely. That is pretty much almost perfect, and you can see the time we are gaining here, a 0.8 middle split after being a 10.5 down in the first sector. Let's see what we do at the end of Hanger Straight. Do we get it right this time? Yes, we do. We're getting some time on the exit as well, but going for the chicane, there's still some time to be making up. We do this very nicely, but we turn in just a little bit too early. Could have got a much better exit in this, but going across the line, it's a 25.8 after being a 10.5 down. That could have been the world records on Xbox if we just started the lap in Hotlap. Oh my, I think that could have been a 6 or something like that. But the setup feels absolutely awesome online. It feels really, really good. And you can see we have comfortably got that first place spot right now. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for the support on the channel. And make sure you sign up to the social race if you are interested in racing this on Xbox. Any one of all abilities, as long as we have a good, clean, fun race, then please join up. So thank you so much. Still on Hotlap tomorrow, and catch you soon. Peace.